Good morning, beautiful souls. It's Trie, and welcome back to Morning Mind Dump. Hey, Christmas, are you ghosting me or what? And I'm not being dramatic. I'm just being accurate and speaking the facts, right? The past few years, I've spent most of my holidays alone, and not in a sad way. And this is where I am right now. I've really learned to be okay with that. Is it disappointing? Yes. I've learned that I can be alone and still feel grounded, alone and still find meaning, and alone and not spiral into the woe is me, victim mentality, right? But I am human. Do like connection. I love hugs and I like being around people. Well, most people. So yeah, there are moments when the holidays hit me, especially, and here's the honest part, is when I hear single parents talk about spending the holidays alone. And this might be a trigger warning for somebody, so I'm going to just throw that out there. Again, this is my perspective, and I'm not perfect, and I don't claim to be right. But I do catch myself thinking, you're alone, but with children. You have people in your space, you have noise, you have life things that you need to do. You need to take care of someone else or somebody's else. And then I see these posts about that, right? And then I'm like over here, respectfully, that's really not being alone, right? But I'm not saying that because I'm judging them. And again, this is a trigger moment, a reminder of what I don't have around me. Sometimes it's a trigger for me when I see posts like that. It's also a reminder of the quiet that feels extra loud in the holiday times. And then I take my power back, right? I have a moment and I remind myself that it is just a moment. It's a fleeting moment, not my whole story. I can feel the ache without building a tent and living in it. I can acknowledge the loneliness without letting it drive the car. I let the feeling move through and then I move on because my life is still full. I keep myself busy, pet sitting, this podcast, drawing, being out in nature. Yes, in the wintertime, I do binge watch TV when I'm pet sitting. My life is full, but it's a different kind of full. But I make it full. So if you don't have holiday spirit this year, it's okay. It's not a requirement. I mean, seriously, who said so? Christmas is not graded. No one is standing outside your window with a clipboard checking your emotional decor. Your holiday can look sparkly, cozy, chaotic, silent, or Grinch with a side of self-awareness. It's all valid. And your mood can be temporary. It might be a December thing. It might be a winter thing. Some days you don't feel festive because it's Tuesday, or some years your soul is like, yeah, we're gonna sit this one out. Check in with yourself. Don't assume something is wrong. Sometimes your spirit just needs the winter. Quiet, slow, rest in energy. You don't have to be busy all the time, and you don't have to do other things because everybody's posting they're going here and they're going there and they're celebrating this way. And I think that's the biggest thing that we as humans do is we compare ourselves to other people, and we feel like if our life isn't like that, then we're doing it wrong. That phrase triggers me. I'm not sure if I talked about it in the past, but I'm sure I'll talk about it again in the new year. Yeah, loneliness doesn't mean that you're doing life wrong. Okay? You can be alone. You can still be a whole person. You can be alone and still be powerful. And you can still be alone and have meaning. You are important. And if you don't need to be important to somebody else, you need to be important for you. And I've been learning that more and more, and that's how I get through my day. Is like, hey, did I show up for myself? Yes. I got out of bed, I jumped in the shower. I'm grateful that I even have that ability. No, I don't have my own apartment. I'm grateful that pet sitting has allowed me to be housed for the winter. And so, yeah, I'm grateful that I can have electricity so that I can do this podcast because it's my therapy. I need to talk about stuff that I'm going through because I feel like other people are too, and they might not be able to talk to anybody else. My mom had a lot of depression. I know it runs in my family, and I never really felt depressed pretty much my whole life until after my divorce. And then you're just like, where's your life going? What is my purpose? So now I'm working on getting back to my authentic self. I miss connecting with people and now being, I don't want to say secluded, excluded. I mean, there's a number of different terms you could say: isolation, hermiting, whatever it is. Whatever it is, if you miss connection too, that only makes you human, but it's not that you're broken. I'm not broken because I have been choosing to, well, I like to think that I'm choosing to keep my energy to myself for right now. I'm slowly getting back out there, but I feel like everything happens for a reason. And I know that my circumstances are this way because I needed that pause. I needed that pause to collect my own thoughts instead of worrying about what everybody else was thinking and implanting in my brain. I needed to think for myself because I really didn't do that, I'm a caretaker by nature. So my thought process in the past was like not my needs, but what everybody else needed first. And now I'm putting myself first. There have been a lot of people that are not included in my life, not because like I think I'm better or I think they're better than I am. Not everybody's for everybody. And I didn't know that before. I thought we just needed to try to make everyone happy. Everybody needed to know me, get to know me, love me, blah, blah, blah. I've never been to therapy, but I just know what's right for me. And I know when I'm feeling low vibration, low energy, I pick myself back up because nobody can do it for you. They could try, but if you can't do it yourself and you're always, waiting for somebody else to do it for you, that, there's a possibility it'll never happen. I know I'm on a tangent. I do have a poll question for my listeners. And if you're still here listening, I want you to know that you are seen, you are loved. None of us are ever alone, especially if you do believe in a higher power. I'm not into preaching about God, but I believe in him. But I also believe in angels and spirit guides and passed over loved ones watching over me, protecting me. Especially the other day when I was driving in the car and I was going down the hill and I prayed to God because I knew the car was not stable. The car was going all over the place. I remembered my ex-husband. He used to plow in the snow and he had very good control over the car. And so he taught me, before you go out on the road, test your brakes so you can see where you're at. And so when I had to go down the hill. So anyway, I threw it in neutral, and every time it swerved, I just slowly just tried to be slow as possible, and I pumped the brakes, not slam on the brakes, but pump the brakes slowly, put it in neutral, and pray to fucking God that I was gonna make it down to the end. I swear to God, I was like, I didn't breathe for that like 3 minutes. Yeah, that was scary. And I'm grateful that I woke up this morning and like I said, I'm breathing, I'm alive, I'm safe, I'm not hurt. And every time I get in the car, I always say, Dear Lord Jesus, please protect me. Get me from point A to point B and back again. Just please protect me. I do that every single time I get in the car because you just don't know. That's a good metaphor for just anything in life. We're in control to a point. So people can say things to us like a icy road, and it's all in how we react to it. We can go with the chaos or we can take control of it and react what's best for us. And the outcome for us will be good. So I don't know if that even makes any sense. But back to my poll. How do you handle loneliness during the holiday? Do you listen to music? Do you do self-care? Maybe a spa day or massage? Do you spend time with friends or chosen family? Or you just let the feelings pass without dwelling on it? There is no right or wrong answer. Everybody handles situations differently. Every response is valid. And if you just want to be heard, be seen, then, feel free to do that. If you don't want to do it publicly, you can always message me privately and I will have a conversation with you. Again, I'm not a therapist. I don't claim to be one. I'm not perfect. I don't claim to be one, but I'm 53 years old. I've been through life situations where I've learned a lot, and I feel like I've been through good stuff and bad stuff, right? And if I can teach somebody else a perspective that they might not see, and that's what this is all about. This is me being vulnerable, and I do listen to myself, maybe not right away. It teaches me about myself. So today's quote of the day: feel your feelings, but don't build a home inside them. That is your tree of wisdom for today. So if you're asking yourself, where are you Christmas? It's okay. Because sometimes Christmas is quieter for some people. Sometimes it's inside a moment you didn't expect. Sometimes it's in your growth, your peace, your resilience. And I pride myself on not giving up. You're allowed to feel the ache. You're allowed to redefine December or any holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Thanksgiving. I'll be doing a Valentine's Day episode, I'm sure, because I already know that I will be pet sitting, so I will be at home with some cats for Valentine's Day. I just want to say that I am so proud of you for showing up, even if it's just for yourself. You should always show up for yourself. I'm sending you a warm holiday hug, and I'll see you next time for another Morning Mind Dump. Much love and hugs. Have a great day.